Hey guys, my name is McLean. I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for quite some time, so now I'm finally sitting down and actually doing it. The whole point of this YouTube channel is to talk about things going on in the metal community, new albums coming out, interviews, interesting topics, any kind of news and shit like that. So that's the whole point of what I want to do here. I thought the first topic for my videos would be a really good one, which is elitism in metal. If you don't know what elitism is, it's essentially one group thinking that they're better than another group for whatever reason. Uh, I've noticed that a lot of elitism has come around ever since. Well, it's always been around. Elitism is in any group, really, of any kind of fandom, from anime to Doctor Who to Star Wars and Star Trek. I like the old Star Trek, I like the old new Star Trek, and this is better than that, and blah blah, arguing back and forth. No one can possibly win because it's all a matter of opinion, so whatever. But in the metal community, I've noticed that it can get pretty bad and nasty towards one group towards another group, and it can be pretty bad. Uh, I noticed that a lot of it happens towards people who like metalcore. I'm definitely guilty of making fun of metalcore and saying how it's not metal and shit like that. I can't stand it. I don't like the style. I don't like the music. I don't even like the band names. It's just definitely not my thing. So I definitely am guilty of being a dick towards those people, trying to change at least. Um, I think elitism is silly, but in some cases I can absolutely understand it. Uh, Personally, from my experience, when I went to high school, I was made fun of for uh, liking metal. I'd go to school with an Iron Maiden or Slayer T-shirt. People would call me a fag, weirdo, creep. It had anything to do with metal or I was just a fucking weirdo. Who the fuck knows? Um, but I find that I listen to like the old school metal, thrash and Nawabum and death metal and black metal and shit like that. And now all these people are calling themselves metal and they're all trendy and popular. So I think a lot of people see that and it pisses them off because like here I was and a lot of people are like I went through high school listening to heavy metal and people hated me because of it. And now there's people having such an easy time with it and they aren't suffering the way I suffered. I think that might be some people's attitude towards it, that they it's tough. It was tough for them. So why are all these people now getting the girls and being all cool with their skinny jeans and shit like that? And everyone loves them because of it. And where I was getting made fun of, everyone fucking thinks these people are the coolest on earth now. Um, that I think it might be a small percentage of it. Another percentage is people just like old things. They like classic rock, they don't like new rock, or they like classic rap, they don't like new rap because Tupac was the best rapper, and now everyone thinks Lil Wayne is the best rapper. So definitely there's elitism everywhere. But even there is a big divide, say, between thrash metal and metalcore. Um, there's even ridiculous amounts of elitism in established subgenres of heavy metal, like black metal. There are some people who think black metal is the end-all, be-all type of heavy metal, and there's nothing else. And that's it. That's all. That's the only real type of heavy metal. But is it? Like, to think that that one thing totally discredits every other type of metal is kind of ridiculous, and it's just someone kind of being a dick because they don't like thrash metal or they don't like death metal. It's kind of silly and stupid, but yeah, there are people like that who think there are Metallica elitists, people who only like the old Metallica, or there are Slayer elitists who think that Slayer is like the biggest, baddest thing on earth, and it's badass. I think that maybe it's kind of ruining the metal community. Well, not ruining it, just there are some people who take it way too seriously. I don't think that someone who likes metalcore is ruining the metal community. I just really don't like that type of music. But thinking them liking that type of music, it doesn't stop me from liking Iron Maiden. So what the fuck does it matter what someone else likes? I think it's just because people have owned like metal. This is our thing. It's dark and it's black and it's hardcore and it's mean and it's angry and aggressive. And a lot of people see things like metalcore as like this is kind of soft and boring. So maybe they can have their own type of music and just don't call it metal. But then there are people in the metalcore community saying like, no, we are hardcore metal. But also there is metalcore elitists who think that metalcore is. I've heard like metalcore fans say like, Iron Maiden and Metallica and Megadeth aren't metal. Metalcore is metal, and that's the only real type of metal. And I just hear that, I'm like, well, fucking if it wasn't for Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and all these bands, your type of music wouldn't even fucking exist. So elitism really goes around. It's a full circle kind of thing. There are people who they fucking hate anything that isn't what they like. And absolutely, that's completely stupid. But I can understand it, because that's what they like and that's their thing, and they don't want people honing in on something that they like and turning it into something else, because then it's no longer their thing. It's like in a video game community, there are people who are saying like, games like Proteus aren't video games, they're walking simulators. But technically, it is still a video game, whether you like the game or not, it's a video game. But of course, there are going to be people who fight to the death who say, no, that's not a video game, plain and simple, I said so, and I don't like it. Just like there are people who think that Metallica is the only thrash metal band, and everything they do is fantastic no matter what. There are people who completely disagree with them. It's really silly and stupid, but what can you do about it? There isn't anything. You just sit down and wait for them to stop and stop kind of being a dick. It is kind of a dick thing to do. Just talk about how my opinion is the only right opinion. Anything that I don't like isn't cool. That's it. That's all. It's not metal. Bam! I'm in your face. You don't like it. I'm just gonna yell at you some more and call you stupid or whatever. Is it, well, like I said before, does letting metalcore in ruin the metal community? It's not something I like, but I kind of ignore it. It's nothing. I don't buy the CDs. I just ignore people who talk about it like, yeah, it's the second coming of Jesus or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed my opinions and thoughts on it. Absolutely comment on it. Let me know what you think of elitism or what is or isn't metal. Definitely give your thoughts, opinions. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching and have a great day, guys.